Kodi okay, pati inasalira pang'ono ija inasamizire folo ndi koma portion me yonse tira fertilizer ndi ndiyo yokhayo. Okay. All right. You see, this is why I was saying, Kuti, the value chain for farming has got so many dimensions. You and me, we spent time growing crops here. There's somebody who doesn't want to be in the field like this, but you and me, we enjoy this.
Yeah.
And because we enjoy this is where we should spend most of the time growing crops so that we can create the next value chain, which is the people who come and buy crops from us so they can go and add value, either mill them, repackage them, and then sell them to the next reseller. I know it's very common, like across Africa, especially here in Malawi, when you're buying beans, you buy them loose.
Yeah.
Like they will put a scale and measure them like that, and then they'll give you your 2 kilograms of beans. But when you think about exporting these to other countries, they are gonna want to make sure that when you're exporting them, they are properly packaged and labeled. That's another service that somebody can take on. So somebody comes and buy the products here, and when they buy these beans, they will go and package, brand them and package them, and redistribute them to the next seller, right? So they can go and put them in the shops, so that somebody who wants beans, he would just walk into a shop and pick it up off the shelf and pay for it, go and enjoy it, right? But then when you look at me, when setting up this farm, my core product was growing crops and keeping animals, right? But then an offshoot to that is turning what I'm growing into animal feed. And if you look at this, we're keeping chickens, we're keeping quails, we're keeping pigs, we're keeping goats, right? All these animals, they have special diets. They need a source of protein. They need a source of a lot of things. And then when you go into formulas of chicken feed, quail feed, right? Pig feed, the core ingredients is corn, soya beans, phosphorus and other oils, fish meal, and all these other ingredients that I think you can assemble them, including lime, from our suppliers. Then you can formulate a perfect chicken feed that's branded in our own company, and then we distribute that to either a network of farmers that are working with us here, as we are engaging the community, trying to bring in more growers and more farmers. Those people, they are gonna need the same animal feed that we are buying from other shops. The quails that we are keeping now, they are not using our own, formulated chicken or quail feed. But the next batch of quails, they are gonna feed on the corn, the grains that we are growing here. I'm talking about, we are growing soya, we are growing beans, we are growing corn. We have all those things here. The only thing that we don't have here is just lime and these other oils, including fish meal. But when you bring all those and you mix your own formula of animal feed, then you end up with another offshoot from the main core products that we are doing, which is the growing crops and the rearing animals. Then we have now branded animal feed, right? And then it means if we had only one revenue stream, now we have multiple revenue streams. We're growing cabbages here. We're growing lettuce, red, carrots, and all these other products. We're keeping rabbits here. All these crops that we are growing, the silage from these goes into animal feed. We create pellets, right? So when you look at the value chain of farming, it's not just about being data in the field here. The financing of the farming, right? Somebody, for me, when I put crops on the ground like this, it takes me about 90 days for me to actually get revenues, coming to me. Now, if I wanted another financial service, I would want somebody who can offer like a service like invoice discounting. So somebody could literally come and give me 80% the value of the crop that I've already grown here, so that I get access to liquidity. Because the problem with farming, especially when you're starting, it's kind of like a J cave kind of a business. It means you start, so low before you can actually start seeing money and revenue coming into your business so that you can grow. When you are on this cave here, where you're just spending money, you need to pay salaries, and nobody can work here for 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months without a salary, hoping that when I get paid, then they would get paid, right? Which means from month 1, if somebody's business was, I want to finance farmers so they can get access to liquidity when they need it while their crops are growing, yeah, that's another revenue stream right there. That's another business model somebody can come in the agriculture, niche market, that you can actually bring that. But most people just don't understand that. What about people who are growing all these crops around here? Do they know how to export them? They need somebody who knows how to aggregate crops and export. That's another business. That's why when your brothers and your sisters are coming up, when they are going to school and university, I'm telling them, you guys, when you're finished with your university, you're going to work in the business. I don't want them to come and spend time here toiling in the dirt. They should be in the offices, but exporting crops, importing supplies, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right.